Good morning and welcome to Monday Matins for First Christian Church, Bellingham, Washington. I'm glad you could join me this morning. So I have a question for you. Before you were locked down into your house and told to sit and stay like a good dog, did you feel that you'd figured out your purpose in life? Were you feeling at least fairly good about the role you played in all of God's creation? And then COVID-19 hit and our worlds got turned upside down. And since that moment, we've had to reevaluate nearly everything. Proverbs 19:21 says, "The human mind may devise many plans, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will be established." And if you're like me, you love those words. Those are words to cherish. They give us comfort, except for one thing. Right now, you just may be asking God, WTF, which, as you know, if you're a fan of Modern Family, means why the face? Because we humans make our plans and life throws in a monkey wrench, and we want to think that God's purpose will be established. But right now, it's pretty hard to see. So, reevaluate we will. So today I'm reading from Lamott's book, Plan B, Further Thoughts on Faith, or as I would entitle it, Plan B, The Story of Our Lives. In this chapter, she's speaking to college graduates, but she might as well be speaking to any one of us. From the wise old pinnacle of my years, I can tell you that what you're looking for is already inside you. You've heard this before, but the holy thing inside you really is that which causes you to seek it. You can't buy it, lease it, rent it, date it, or apply for it. The best job in the world can't give it to you. Neither can success or fame or financial security, besides which there ain't no such thing. John D. Rockefeller was once asked, "How much money is enough?" And he answered, "Just a little bit more." You don't know whether you're going to live long enough to slow down, relax, and have fun and discover the truth of your spiritual identity. You may not be destined to live a long life. You may not have 60 more years to discover and claim your own deepest truth. As Breaker Morant said, you have to live every day as if it's your last, because one of these days you're bound to be right. It might help if I go ahead and tell you what I think is the truth of your spiritual identity. Actually, I don't have a clue. I do know you are not what you look like, or how much you weigh, or what you did in school, or whether you start a new job next Monday or not. Spirit isn't what you do, it's, well, again, I don't actually know. They probably taught this junior year at my college. I should have stuck around. But I know that you feel it best when you're not doing much, when you're in nature, when you're very quiet, or paradoxically, listening to music. I know you can feel it and hear it in the music you love, in the bass line, in the harmonies, in the silence between notes, in Chopin and Eminem, Emmylou Harris, Neil Young, Bach, whomever. You can close your eyes and feel the divine spark concentrated in you like a little Dr. Seuss firefly. It flickers with life and relief like an American in a foreign country who suddenly hears someone speaking English. In the Christian tradition, they say that the soul rejoices in hearing what it already knows. And so you pay attention when that Dr. Seuss creature inside you sits up and strains to hear. We can see spirit made visible when people are kind to one another, especially when it's a really busy person like you, taking care of a needy, annoying, neurotic person like you. In fact, that's often when we see spirit most brightly. It's magic to see spirit, largely because it's so rare. Mostly you see the masks and the holograms that the culture presents as real. You see how you're doing in the world's eyes, or your family's, or worst of all, yours. or in the eyes of people who are doing better than you, much better than you, or worse. But you are not your bank account or your ambition. You're not the cold clay lump you leave behind when you die. You're not your collection of walking personality disorders. You are spirit. You are love. And even though it is hard to believe sometimes, you are free. You are here to love and be loved freely. If you find out next week that you are terminally ill, and we're all terminally ill on this bus, what will matter are memories of beauty, that people loved you and that you loved them. Let's pause to just breathe a little. Breathe in slowly. Breathe in some of life's mystery, some wonder at who you are meant to be before COVID, during COVID, and just your basic self. For you are a gift, you are a mystery, and Spirit is breathing brightness and beauty into you. Breathe out slowly. Just enjoy the feeling of air coming in and going out of your lungs. It's such a marvelous gift. And as you exhale, let out some of your worries of the day about who you must be and what you must accomplish. And remember that all you need is love. This week, may you find it. May you live it. Have a good week.